city of New York just signed a deal with Knightscope, which is described as a fully autonomous outdoor security robot. So their Knightscope 5 is going to be used in the subways of New York. The 5-foot 2-inch robot, which weighs about 400 pounds, is weatherproof and able to capture a 360-degree video. It sports 4 HD cameras and a wide lens. So basically how the city of New York will be using it is there's a button for help on there. So it's basically just kind of a walking button at this point in time. Not going to be chasing any criminals or anything like that. It only goes 3 miles an hour. But it is interesting to see that the New York mayor is making investments in robots rather than paying more for more cops. People are really just demanding extremely high wages right now. So it makes sense for the city of New York to put some money towards robots to kind of help, bring down their costs. I think other cities like Portland, Los Angeles will follow suit with this move and start to spend more on robots to help curb the rising crime that we've seen over the past couple years. So I do think this robotic company is just really getting started. So Knightscope also announced a deal with Penn Entertainment today, or that was yesterday, excuse me. So they said on Monday that they have entered into an agreement with Penn to offer their technologies to its 42 gaming and racing properties nationwide. So once kind of the cat's out of the bag with these kind of robotic policemen, if you will, security guards, whatever you want to call them, well, it's really just going to promote and kind of advertise other companies to do the exact same. So I think the cat's out of the bag with this one. I think robotics being used to help bring down the cost of employees, I think that we're just started, right? Everyone's talking about AI, but what about a robotics company that's actually using its products to take away physical people in the world? I think Knightscope is going to be at the forefront of that movement. And then they also bagged a 7-robot contract from a pharmaceutical company, and that was in late August. So Knightscope received a new 7-robot contract with a publicly traded biotech company that invents, develops, and commercializes life-transforming medicines for people with serious diseases. The company's new client subscribed to one K5 autonomous security robot assigned to patrol a 4-story garage and 6 K1 tower ASRs that will watch over building entrances, open areas, and parking lots throughout the corporate campus. So, this company is seeing all these partnerships kind of flood in at the same time. But with that being said, let's take a look at this company's financials. So honestly, right now the company doesn't make any money, so it's kind of hard to value or to kind of give a grade based on their valuation. We do have a price to sales ratio of 3.3. Not a huge takeaway from that, but that's really all we have. And then revenue growth for the past 12 months has been 179%, which is well above that sector median, which we'd love to see. So this company is growing at a very fast rate, which is awesome. And then gross profit margin is minus 22%. For those that don't know, this tells me what a company makes for what it sells. It's simply just revenue minus cost of goods sold. So to be at negative 22% definitely signals that this company is losing a good amount of money every single time they're selling a robot. I expect as they, kind of continue to produce more robots, they have more orders, unit economics will bring this gross profit margin positive and help push this company towards profitability. And then let's take a look at the company's balance sheet. So the company has $5.8 million in cash. They have $2.3 million in debt. So they have $3.5 million more cash than debt, which signals that the company has a pretty decent balance sheet at this point in time. And then let's take a look at the largest holders for this company. So Vanguard is the largest holder for this company. We have State Street as the number 10 holder roughly. So State Street, BlackRock owns some shares in this company as well. Royal Bank of Canada owns some shares. Charles Schwab. So the largest asset managers in the world are owning and continuing to hold this company's stock, which we do like to see. And then let's take a look at the company's short interest. So right now we have 8.6% of the float sold short, which is definitely a good chunk. And then we have 2.5 days to cover. For those that don't know, days to cover tells me the average days of volume it would take to cover the shares that are sold short. So 2.5, definitely not the highest number. Typically, when we're looking for a short squeeze, we look for a days to cover of over 10, so not really quite there yet. And then we do see that there are 0 shares available to be shorted at this current time, so that's definitely signaling that it's tough to find some shares to short. And then the fees for shorting shares is at 13% annually, so basically short sellers have to pay 13% annually to holders of this stock to short the stock. Typically, this is anywhere from 0.3 to 3%. So the fact that we're over 300% above the average short borrow fee rate definitely signals that it's quite expensive to short this stock at this point in time. And then, with that being said, let's give a price prediction based on technical analysis for this stock. So currently we're coming up to test the 150-day moving average, which I believe could act as some resistance for this stock. And we could see a move back lower to support at around 60 cents. If we see that, I think that it would be likely that we see this 60-cent level act as support for this stock. So my thought is that we likely come down to the 60-cent level of support for the stock and hold over the coming weeks for Knightscope. So that's my price prediction for this stock. That's kind of what I'm thinking for Knightscope. I definitely do think it's an interesting story long term, but you really got to be patient with this name because obviously the company isn't making any money at this point in time. So going to need to see that change for the company. And obviously profitability metrics are negative, are still pretty bearish. So I would want to see that kind of change before I viewed this company as an extremely long-term and safe hold. But if you're feeling a bit more speculative, this could be a stock for you. Like I said, it's a really good stock to own within the robotics industry. So I like the stock long-term, but you really have to have a long-term view on the stock and understand going into this investment that you're investing in a company that isn't making any money. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will end it there.
If you got some value from this video, please leave a like. We post company breakdowns and important market moving news on this channel on a daily basis, so make sure you are subscribed. If you would like to receive my daily portfolio moves, my exits, my entries, and see how me and my team of analysts are trading the markets, join the Discord through the link in the description below to get our free 7-day trial. Also, if you would like to join our free daily newsletter, sign up to our Substack, which is linked below as well. With that being said, good luck everyone. Happy trading, happy investing.